Hey guys, welcome to YouTube channel. Apologize for not uploading a video. I think from last 1 week I have not uploaded any video because I'm a new to this YouTube channel, so I'm facing a lot of problem how to edit the video. So it is a time consuming. I have to prepare a lot of things. I have to prepare your slides on which I have to explain. I have to collect some more data. So it's a new thing. Whenever I get familiar more about the YouTube, then I will try to upload frequently the videos. For this I require your little bit support. Please subscribe my channel. So now we'll move towards our video. Come to the estimate for a building. You have two methods. One is long wall short wall method, and another one is a center line method. So today we'll solve with the long wall short wall method. Long wall short wall method, little bit tedious one, but before to understand a real problem, actually in the field most people will use center line method to erect out the quantities, but long wall short wall method is also useful to just familiar with the estimate. Okay, so we'll start your long wall short wall method, and today I will take a very small problem. It's not a big problem. See the problem, it is mentioned that estimate the quantities of the following item of a 2-room building from given plan section. So what is asking? Is asking us to find out earthwork and excavation in foundation, lime concrete in foundation, first class brickwork in cement mortar 1:6 in foundation and plinth. DPC is asking, find out the quantities for the DPC, and next is asking the first class brickwork in lime mortar in superstructure. First foremost important is whenever you want to do estimation, you require these basic things. You must and should have. You should have three big you require three important things. One is plan, next one is section, and third one is schedule of opening. If you have these three things, then only proceed to find out the different type of quantities. Okay, or instead of quantities we can say estimate. You will able to find out the different estimate. You can able to find out the estimate for the probable cost of that building. Okay, so you might be thinking, what is long wall? Which one will take as a long wall? Which will take as a short wall? For long wall, you have to take the wall which are in lengthwise longer, and we have to take it is out. And one more thing, this long wall short wall method, you have, or people always say out to out, into in. What it means? It means that first you have to find out the length from this center to this center, here to here, center to center. Lengthwise this wall is long, so that's why we will consider this wall as a long wall. Okay, and similarly these walls are shorter in distances. Shorter in lengthwise. These walls are short. These walls are shorter in length. Naturally, this wall length will be also same. So we can conclude that 2 are having long walls and 3 are having short wall, denoting them as a long wall, short wall. Next, we have to find out the length for all the long wall and short walls. How to calculate the length of long wall? You have to go to your plan. All the walls are of 30 centimeters. So we have to start calculation from here, this center. So that means this center, that means, so 30 centimeter means 0.3 meter. We have to calculate each and everything in 0.2 meter. Here it is mentioned as a 0.3 meter. Okay, so all the wall having the same dimension of 30 centimeter, that is 0.3 centimeter. We have to take 0.3 by 2 this side, and 0.3, and after that 0.3 by 2 plus this length, that is 4 meter. Then we have to add this 0.3. Then we have to add this, that is 6 meter. Here it is mentioned 6 meter. After that we have to add this half of this length, that is 0.3 by 2. That means we have to take here 0.3 by 2 plus 4 plus 0.3 plus 6 plus 0.3 by 2. If you add all those things, if you solve this, you will get 10.6. Similarly, I will write this all thing over here. The length of long wall will be is equals to 10.6 6, that is in meter. We'll also see the length of short wall. Length of short wall. How to calculate the length of short wall? Similarly, how we have calculated the length of long wall, we have to calculate in that same manner. 3/2 plus this length is of 6 meter from here to here. 6 plus this side 0.3/2. 0.3/2. How much will get? 6.3 will get. So I'll write down here 6.3 meters. Now we are having length of long wall. Now we are having length of short wall. Our detail. We'll go for detail estimate. Next, what is asking in the question? It is asking that earthwork in excavation and foundation. Okay, first we have to go for, and remember, for doing detail estimate you have to draw one tabular column in this manner. So it should be, first it should have item number, next particular of work, next number, length, breadth, depth or height, quantity and remark. See, just to save time, I have just made this slide, but you have to make this all thing with your pen and scales and whatever it may be. Okay, so now we are here as a earthwork in excavation and foundation. So we are going with the long wall short wall method, so that's why I have to write first long wall, next short wall. How many long, in number column we have to write how many long walls are there and how many short walls are there. If we observe in our plan, see, this is our plan. See, whenever you will do a estimation, these plan and section always should be in front of your eyes, so that you will easily take the values from here. Okay, after observing from here, we are having two long walls, because these walls having, this is we consider as a long wall, this also a long wall, we consider that. So that's why we are having two long walls, and similarly we are having three short walls. See, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll consider these as a short walls. So we'll write down here. So long walls, how many long walls we are having? We are having 2 long walls. For short walls, how many? We are having 3 short walls. Okay, next we have to write down the length. So length, right now we have calculated what is the length of the long wall is 10.6 meter. Remember, this length is center to center length. This is a center to center length of long wall, and is a center to center length of short wall. See, in this method I have told you now, this is a out to out and in to in method. So in long wall, what we'll do, since GL is there now, so GL is represents your ground level. From your ground level, you have to dig up to here. From this point to this point, you have to dig this portion. This much portion you have to dug out. Okay, so this much portion you have to dug out. So how much will be the breadth right now? Can you observe here? I'll rub this. So 1.1 meter. You have to dig 1.1 meter. How to do that? See, here you have already taken from your center to center. 1 minute, I'll show you. There's a main important point is here. Center to center means you have taken from here, this center point, or I will denote with the marker. This point you have taken, and you have calculated that length as a, how much you have calculated, that is the length is 10.6 meter. Center means this is a section somewhere here. See, there's a AA is there, no? Section at AA. See here, section at AA. So mean this is a section at AA. So this center means you have taken length up to here, somewhere here. At the center means here. So this much of length you have to add in your long wall. Okay, on either side, same section will be there. Left side also, same section of wall will be there on your right side also. We have to add this length at left side also and right side also. What we have to do in the remark, we have to write. What we have to write? because the breadth of that whole thing you have to dug, that is up to 1.1 meter you have to dug on either side, and you have up to this point you have taken, let me draw one line. Okay, quite cool. So this portion you have already taken. Now this portion, or let me highlight, so this much of portion will be there to here, up to where the ground level is there. You have to dug this much of portion, you need to dug it out. Whatever things I have highlighted, this much of portion you need to dug out on your side to build this. Already you have taken up to here, up to this point you have already considered. This point you have to dug it out. Okay, so on either side you have to do a same. Either side you have to do a same exercise. Okay, 1.1 by 2 on left side, 1.1 by 2 on right side. So how much you will get? 11.7 meters. Just use your calculator and just do this calculation, you will get 11.7 meter. So what you have to do? You have to write this 11.7 meters over here, lengthwise. One column, the length column you have to write, and one more thing, all the dimension you have to keep in meter. Next, in short wall. See, in short wall we will consider as in to in. Okay, the center length is how much? 6 point. Okay, for short wall, I'll say 6.3 meter. So for short wall you have to go for in to in. Now you have to reduce 1.1 by 2, 1.1 by 2, because it's already added in long wall. So that's why you have to subtract in the short wall. Okay, so what you have to do? 1.1 by 2 minus of 1.1 by 2. If you solve with your calculator, you will get a length of short wall as 5.2 meter. These are most important things you have to be take care, because I have seen the student what they will do. They will add in a short wall also, long wall also they will do a 1.1 meter on either side they will add, and in the short wall also they will do a same mistake. Okay, remember, in long wall you have to add, in short wall you have to deduct. Okay, you will get 5.2, you have to write here 5.2. In short wall you have to write 5.2. Next column represent breadth. How much is the breadth? See, here is the breadth, that is the breadth is 1.1 meter. You have to write 1.1 meter. 1.1 meter, 1.1 meter. Okay, next depth. How much depth you have to dug out for your exception? Because you have to dug from the ground level, and because you are making a pit, you have to dug from your ground level. So up to ground level, how much the distance will be there? See, from here to here it is there. Okay, so is that 20 centimeter, next 10 centimeter, 10 centimeter, 10 centimeter, 20 centimeter, 30 centimeter. If you add all those things, there is 30, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So that means 1 meter, exactly 1 meter you have to dig. Okay, in the depth you have to write down 1 meter. That is 1.00 meter. 1.00 meter. Okay, now what you have to do? You have to multiply all these things. To multiply by 11.70, multiply by 1.1, multiply by 1. You will, whatever you will get, you have to write in quantity here. If you are solving this problem with me, then pause this video and just calculate this. Just calculate with me, so you will get the same result or not. Just check it. So if you do that, you will get 25.74. I'll write down here 25.74. Similarly, if you multiply all those things, you will get quantity as 17.1. Now what you have to do, you have to add these two values and you will get total as 42.90. Just add with your calculator, you will get 42.90. And remember, one is for most important thing is you have to write down here the units. A unit is meter cube. You can write meter cube or cubic meter. Okay, what is asking in the question? You have to find out. You have calculated this one, earthwork and excavation is over. So right now you have calculated earthwork and excavation. Next thing you have to find out lime concrete in foundation. Where is the lime concrete in foundation in place? See, this is a lime concrete in foundation. Only up to this one. This is a lime concrete in foundation. So you have to find out this length. You have to calculate this. This is a lime concrete. Okay. We also call it as a PCC. Similarly, you are having 2 long walls, 3 short walls, and for more, if you go for the same thing for length, you have to do a same exercise. That is 1.1 is a breadth 2 plus. Why I am writing 1.1 by 2? Because here this is a breadth is there now 1.1 meter. That's why 1.1 meter by 2. Plus, next what thing you have to write for long wall? How much is the length? 10.6 meter plus again 1.1 by 2, because 1.12 will be on left side, 1.12 will be there on your right side. Okay, if you do, you will get the same result, that is 11.7 meter. Okay. Similarly, for short wall, what you have to do, you have to reduce 1.1 on either side. Minus of 1.1 by 2 minus of 1.1 by 2. So, of course, you will get the same result as a 5.2 meter. And 5.2. Next depth. Sorry, next is breadth. Breadth is also same. That is 1.1. That also a 1.1. Breadth of the PCC also will be the same. Next depth. Depth is very important. See, the depth is only 30 centimeter. Here it is there, no? It is 30 centimeter. Or shall I zoom in? This is 30 centimeter. Okay. So 30 centimeter is, if you convert centimeter to meter, that will become 0.3 meter. Where you need to write here. Here you have to write 0.3. 0.3. If you multiply all those things, you will get length of 2, and for here you will get 5.15. Okay, this is a meter cube, and this is also meter cube or cubic meter. Okay, so next thing what you have to do, you have to add those things. So in here you have to write down a total. Total is how much? If you add those things, you will get 12.87 meter cube. Okay. Next we'll calculate. Say next question. Next is first class brickwork in cement mortar 1:6 foundation and plain. Okay, this we have to find out. But your foundation is in stepwise. It's a step foundation. Okay, so we have to calculate long wall, short wall in the stepwise. We'll consider it as a first step. This is the second step, and this is the third step, and this is the fourth step. So similarly, we'll calculate first for this first step. For long wall, this first step we'll calculate. The foundation is there now, the first step we'll calculate. And remember, this thing is there now, first class brickwork in cement mortar 1:6 in foundation plane. This thing should be written in here, particulars form, in foundation plane. Here, first class brickwork 1:6 cement mortar in foundation and plane. Yeah, that has to be mentioned in your this column. There is a particular items of work is there. Now you have to mention all whatever things are there. You have to mention here detail specific, and you have to provide in your estimate. Okay, that first we'll calculate for the long walls. Next we'll go for short wall. These things you have to write in this section. First you have to write down here for long wall first footing. Okay, we'll go for your first footing. So long wall, how many long walls we are having? So we are having only 2 long walls. So I'll write down 2 here. 2 long walls. That's why the numbers I'm writing 2. Next is length. How to calculate the length? We know that our length of long wall is in remark. You have to do that calculation in lengthwise first step. So long wall is how much? We are having dimension of 10.6 meter plus. Now remember here. Go to your sectional plan. So length is, breadth is how much? 0.8 meter. Okay, these 0.8 by 2 you have to add twice on your length of long wall. Okay, 11.4. You will get 11.4 meter. Breadth is how much? It is a 0.8. And depth is how much? So for depth I'll go here 0.8 meter. Depth is 20 centimeter, that is 0.2. If you multiply all these things to 11.4, 0.8, 0.2, you will get the quantity of your first footing, that is 3.65. Next, similarly for your second footing, we have to do a same calculation. So second footing, I'll write down here, is equals to 10.6 meter plus, we have to go to sectional plan, okay, or sectional drawing. That is, the correct word will be sectional drawing, not a sectional plan, okay. So is a 70 centimeter and depth is 10 centimeter. 0.7 by 2 plus 0.7 by 2. If you solve this, you will get 11.30. We'll do one thing, we'll calculate all the steps. Okay, for third step, we'll repeat the same, that is 10.6 plus 0.6 by 2 plus 0.6 by 2. You will get 11.10.6 plus 0.5 by 2 plus 0.5 by 2. You will get these values where you have to submit all this value. You have to submit here. First is 11.4 you have submitted. Next is 11.3, or shall I zoom it out? It should be done zooming out. Here you have to write down 11.30, 11.20, 10. These all are in meters. Remember, the units are very important. Next is 0.7, this is 0.6, this is 0.5, and all are 0.1 depth. If you multiply these two, 11.30, 0.7 and 0.1, you will get 1.58. Similarly, you will obtain by multiplying all those things 1.34, 1.11. Okay. Now, next important, plinth wall and above the footing. So plinth wall and above the footings. Now we'll go for sectional plan. How much will be the plinth wall? Say up to 50 centimeter we have calculated. Now this, I want the quantities of this thing. I want quantity of this plinth wall and above. See, the breadth is 40 centimeter and overall depth here 20 centimeter and 60 centimeter, that is 80 centimeter. 80 centimeter means 0.8. Depth will be 0.8 and breadth will be 11.4. So I will calculate for plinth wall and above. The length will be 10.6 plus 0.4 by 2 plus 0.4 by 2. That will be exactly 11 meter. So that 11 I have to write here, 11 meters into 0.4 into 0.8. If you multiply all those things, you will get 7.04. Now, your job is still not done. Same thing you have to repeat for your short wall. So what you have to do? Same thing. 6.3 is your length of your short wall. Minus, you have to reduce 0.8 by 2. 0.8 by 2 as you have done in your foundation. So how much you will get? 5.5. First length you will get 5.50. Similarly for next 0.7 by 2 minus 0.7 by 2, you will get 5.4. 5.6. Similarly third, that will be 6.3 minus 0.6 by 2 minus 0.6 by 2. You will be same 6.3 minus 0.5 by 2 minus 0.5 by 2. You will get 5.8 meter. You have to calculate this with your calculator. So you will get the same values. Okay. And next, what you have to do for plinth and above. For plinth and above, same thing. 0.3 minus 0.4 by 2 minus 0.4 by 2, and you will get the value as 5.9 meters. This value you have to substitute here. And for most important thing, short wall, you have 3 short walls. Write down. Now write down the lengths. First one is 5.50, 5.6, 5.7, 5.8, 5.9. Okay. Similarly, you have to write down the breadths. First one is 0.8, next is 0.7, 0.6, 0.5, 0.4. Now depth will be also same as a long wall, that is 0.2, 0.1, 0.1, 0.1 and 0.8. Have you got this point from where we have getting these value data? See, for this estimation is quite easy. First thing, the student must have to able to read the drawings. If you are able to read the drawings, then rest of thing is very easy for you. Okay, so you have done all those things. From here, from your sectional plan, we have taken all those values, 0.6 meter, 17 centimeter, depth from here we have taken, and we are substituting the tabular column and solving with a tabular column, and we are getting the result. That's it. If you now we have to multiply 3, 5.5, 0.8 and 0.2. You will get 2.64. You will get 2.64. Next, if you multiply 3, 5.6, 0.7 and 0.1, you will get 1.18. And similarly, if you multiply all those things, you will get 1.03. And if you multiply 3, 5.8, 0.5, 0.1, you will get 0.87. And last one, you will get 5.66. You need to multiply 3, 5.9, 0.4, 0.8. If you want to do, if you ask me to do, I have one calculator, I will do it for you for one last. That is 3 into 5.9 into 0.4 into 0.8. 5.66. Same thing you have to write down. Now, next is you have to add all those things: 3.65, 1.58, 1.34, 1.11, 7.04, 2.64, 1.18, 1.303, 0.87, 5.66. You have to add, and if you add all those things, you will get 26.10 meter cube or cubic meter. Now you have completed this part also. Now fourth point is you have to calculate 2.5 cc dam proof course. Okay, for DPC you won't get in the form of meter cube, you will get in the form of meter square. Okay, we'll see, we'll solve this. Okay, so where is DPC? So DPC will be lies over here. Can you observe here a small portion between these two lines? This we call it 2 centimeter DPC is there, no? It is here. That is a DPC, and the main function of this DPC is it prevent of entering your water from your ground level to your superstructure. Okay, that's the main thing of your DPC. If you won't provide that DPC, what will happen? The capillary, it's more probable chances of capillary action might take place. Okay, if the capillary action occurred in the building, what will happen? The water, whatever it will be there now at the ground level water, if suppose the ground level is very up and you have not provided DPC, what will it will do? The water will, capillary action will take place and the water will come up to here, and sometimes this wall will become a wet, and the wet wall is not good. Okay, so it will be weak your wall. So that is the function of DPC. It prevents the water to go to your building or superstructure. Okay, capillary action, basically it avoid the capillary action of your water. Similarly, long wall. How many long walls are there? We know we have 2 long walls and 3 short walls. For length, again you have to calculate. How to calculate for long wall? Long wall will be center to center length of long wall, that is 10.6 plus breadth will be the last footing breadth. Just observe here, the breadth will be this much only, 40 centimeter. Okay, the breadth will be 40 centimeter. 40 centimeter means 0.4 meter. 0.4 by 2 plus 0.4 by 2. If you add all those things, how much length you will get? You will get 11 meter. Similarly for short wall, 5.6 minus of 0.4 by 2 minus of 0.4 by 2. How much you will get? You will get 5.9 meters. Okay, you have to write all those things over here. The long wall is 11 meter and it is 5.9 meter. Breadth is 0.4 and depth you will be not considered in DPC. Okay, so we'll keep this as a blank. Now we have to multiply these three things, 2, 11 and 0.4. By multiplying this you will get 8.8 and this short wall you will get 7.08. Okay, if you do a total you will get 15.8. Just guess the unit for this DPC. I just pause the video and just write the unit for DPC on your comment you have written. Okay, next I will tell you the unit for DPCT will be meter square. Okay, now we have to deduct for door sills. Okay, how many doors are there? 2 doors are there. I will show you in plan. Okay, these 2 doors are there. Now we have to deduct that DPC. We don't provide DPC over here because the sill will come over on this place now. That's why we won't provide DPC on this point. Okay, so you have to deduct this. So 2 doors are there. These 2 doors, and you have to minus this breadth. So where you will get the dimension for this door? The schedule of opening. Doors is there now. So 1.2 meter and 2.1 meter. So height of that door is 2.1 meter and breadth is 1.2 meter. Okay. Anyhow in DPC we are not considering the depth. Okay. So we will consider this 1.2 meter. In the length we will consider 1.2 meter into how much breadth you will consider over here? We will consider 0.4 only. Depth you won't bother about that. If you multiply these things you will get 0.96. You have to minus 15.88 is a total value. You have to reduce this 0.96. If you do that you will get total as 14.92. Okay. Now we'll move to first class brickwork in lime mortar. That's I think the last point. Last thing is I'll ask in the question is first class brickwork in lime mortar in superstructure. If you do this, then your first problem will get complete. Okay. So how to calculate first class brickwork in lime mortar? See, you have to go to sectional plan again. So whatever this will be there now, from here to here. This entire area is your brickwork. This thing should be considered. Okay. So depth is 4.2 meter and breadth is 30 centimeter. Okay. See, for this you need not to reduce all those things. Okay. The length you have already calculated. Breadth is 30 centimeter and depth is 4.2 meter. Now we'll go for long wall. How will be the length of long wall? So before going right here, we'll calculate the length of long wall. How much is the length of long wall? The center to center length of long wall is 10.6 meter plus 0.3 by 2 on either side. If you add this thing, you will get 10.9. Okay. Similarly for short wall, how much will be the length? Length will be 6.3 minus of 0.3 by 2 minus of 0.3 by 2. If you do that, how much you will get? You will get exactly 6 meter. Now we'll hear. How many long walls are there? 2 long walls, 3 short walls. So length of long wall is 10.9 meters and short wall is 6 meter. Breadth is 0.3. For depth is 4.1. If you multiply, depth is 4.2. If you multiply all those things, you will get 27.47, and similarly here you will get 22.68. If you add those two figures, you will get 50.15. That will be meter cube. Now we'll go for deduction. See, why we'll go for deduction? Because we have considered the whole wall length as we have considered whole wall length. In the wall length, you have also provided the doors, windows, and all those openings that need to be deducted. How you deduct all those things? First, you will consider as a whole thing. Next, number of doors, windows, whatever it may be there, you have to deduct all those things. So, door openings. How many door openings are there? 2 doors are there. And windows, we are having 4 windows as you observe in the plan, and 2 shelves we are having. Okay, just observe in the plan, we are having 2 doors. These windows, we are having 4 windows and 2 shelves. Okay, this many things we have mentioned over there. But how to get this dimension? So dimension will be here. So door having dimension 1.2, breadth and depth will be 2.1, and window will have 1 meter breadth and 1.5 meter. Sorry, it's written as 1.05. Actually, it's a 1.5 meter. Okay. Similarly, shelf will be 1 meter and 1.5 meter depth. Okay. So these you have to mention. And for breadth, how much breadth? The wall thickness you have to reduce. Wall thickness is 0.2, and same I will write down in the, that is we have right now we have seen for doors is 1.2 and 0.3 is the thickness of wall we have to take here. 2.1 is the depth, and next is 4 windows. For windows we are having 1 meter, 0.3, and depth is 1.5. And similarly shelves we are having same thing, 1.2 and 0.5 meter. You might wonder why I have taken 0.2 over here, because little bit gap you will take out only 0.2. Will take only 20 centimeter. We will take make a group of 20 centimeter. One more it will be there. One more brick will be there back side. That's why we will take it as a 0.2. Now if you multiply this, the values will get, that is 2, 1.2, 0.3 and 2.1. If you multiply that, you will get 1.51 here. Next you will get 1.8. Next you will get 0.6. Okay. Similarly, you have to reduce for lintels, because lintel will be there on all the openings. How to reduce that? See, similarly you have to write down here how many doors are there. 2 doors, 4 window, 2 shelves. Okay. For breadth, 15 centimeter bearing will be there on either side. So that means 30 centimeter you need to add on your breadth. So 1.2 plus, I'll write down here, 1.2 plus 15 centimeter, that is 1.15 plus 0.15. How much it will be? It will become 1.5. Similarly for this, 1 plus 1.15 plus 0.15, it will become 1.3. Okay, for this window shelf and all those things, you'll get 1.5, 1.3, 1.3. Okay, and the breadth will be the same as your wall, that is 0.3, 0.3, 0.3. Next, what will be there? Next thing, next is depth. Depth, it will provide it for 15 centimeter, that is 0.15, 0.15, 0.15. You have to multiply these three things, you will get the value over here. For first value, you will get 0.14. Next value, you will get 0.23. Last value, you will get 0.12. If you add all those things, you will get total deducted value. Total deduction will be how much? If you add only these things, that will become 4.40. Okay. For grand total, what you have? This total 50.15 is a total wall length. This much is the total deduction. Now you have to reduce 50. You have to take out 4.4 in 50.15 meter cube. By doing so, you will get a grand total, or we'll say it as a net total, net volume equal to 45.75 meter cube or cubic. Whatever the question things has been asked, you have calculated all those things. So I'll write down here. Just for you, I'll do this over here. Total earthwork excavation total value, how much you have obtained? That is 42.90 meter cube. Similarly, this how much you have obtained? That is lime concrete 12.87. And this much, how much you have obtained? That is total length you get 26.10. And this how much you have obtained? That is DPC 14.92. That will be meter square. Units are most important. You have to write down meter cube, this also meter cube, and this will be last first class brickwork. How much will be there? 45 point. Okay guys, that's it for you. And if you want me to bring up some such more videos, please motivate me by subscribing the channel and don't forget to hit that like button. Okay, thanks up guys. Stay blessed, stay safe, stay home, but don't stay away from your learning. Okay, bye bye.